This is what I like about modern day Players' Championships, you know. You lose your game, you don't get anything.
100.
Win your game, you get £1,000. If you go back a few years, to get a 4-figure paycheck guaranteed for the day, you had to win 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
140.
Oh, how things have changed. Where do you stand on the whole getting nothing for losing your first match, Abby?
96.
It's quite a difficult one, isn't it? I think especially with the changes that have happened of late. I think the way snooker do things now with a guaranteed paycheck for everyone.
65.
I think it makes things incredibly difficult for those further down the rank. And I completely understand that, you know, it's fantastic if you do win that one game, you get more, but
58.
it just makes it so difficult for those further down the rankings when they're traveling everywhere. I'm sure it can get incredibly demoralizing when you
60.
just see your bank balance going down and down and down and down. And you need to keep going to these events to give yourself the opportunity. But then your traveling becomes about
140.
making X amount to make up for losing X amount, and you become more fixated with the financial side than the game itself, which very rarely ends well.
64.
So I think it's tough. I can understand the decision, but I'd personally like to see something more maybe to help those players who are struggling to make it work financially.
91.
Well, Raymond only wants one more thing. And that is a winning double.
Game shot
And that is it.
Raymond van Baarle.
A very good performance from Raymond. He played well throughout that contest. His average dips a little bit towards the end, but yet again, De Graaf is giving a first-round match of someone who has won a world title before. He played brilliantly. Look.
And this is a good respond from Gotthardt. Shaking his head at times in the last leg.
89.
Missed an opportunity, of course, to go 2-0 up.
50.
So close there to leveling this one back up, but it's going to take something pretty special from Brett Claydon to prevent Gotthardt from getting a dart at double 8.
65. Game shot.
And he manages with his second in hand, and we are all square yet again. Really decent contest, this one.
$130. $62.
He's not able to add a 102 to the 104 he took out a few legs ago.
$3.
And again, Gotthardt getting himself into a good position, being allowed an opportunity at the back end of a leg, and just not able to take it. They weren't badly thrown darts, but my goodness, is he beating himself up at the back of the oche there.
Game shot.
And again, Brett Claydon makes him pay to move a little bit closer to the last 64. So Brett Claydon threatened to pull clear in this one. Gotthardt missing so many darts at the outer ring.
60.
But in a couple of seconds' time, we
40.
could have a level game once more.
Game shot.
Yeah, and we do. Can he win it with the fish? It's okay, just leave this handy because he will be back, and he certainly does that. A beautiful setup from Kai Gotthardt to leave himself on 36 after 15 for the match.
96.
And this would be his first ever Players' Championship victory, and he gets it first start at double 18. He is through to the second round, his third Players' Championship appearance and his first victory, and you can just see how much that means to him. Woodhouse 3-2 up on Florian Hempel. He's looking, Woody, to make himself safe in those match play spots. And he's going the right way about it at the moment. And Stephen Bunting is going the right way about a 4-2 lead.
140. Game shot.
Yeah, and double 18 is pinned. Stephen Burton looking to get this match back on throw. He's going the right way about it on 81 after 9.
100.
Double 13
Game
is
shot.
pinned. And this is excellent. The match started with legs in 2018 and 16. Since then, we've had 13, 14, 14, 14, and then a 12
100.
from Stephen Burton. 4 apiece. This their 8th meeting in all competitions.
131.
He's left himself on a finish, albeit the biggest finish in the game after 9.
180.
Wow, that is absolutely excellent. He needed it, didn't he?
100.
But this, you feel, Stephen, has to go. He's just checking. It's 77 remaining as Burton prepares himself
99.
to take out 70 for the match. Bunting averaged 108 in his opening match, produced a 9
30.
darter, and now Burton's missed a match dart. Bunting has already missed 3 in the previous leg. Watched Burton take out a 156 to take us all the way. A 4th match start missed, and
38.
a 5th. Absolutely incredible. At the
Game shot
4th
and the
time of
match.
asking, Stephen Burton finally gets over the line. Stephen Bunting missed so many match darts there, but it is Burton who prevails. A fantastic 156 to take us to a decider in that match. He gets over the line. 46% checkout success, as you can see there for Bunting. The undoing, 5 out of 18 on the out. Another opportunity for
47.
Crabtree to edge closer to the next round.
Game shot.
Excellent stuff. It is the worst leg of the match so far. Neither of them scoring that well, but Crabtree won't mind one bit. Can he seal it with a whopper? Well, he's not
91.
going to, but he's just told Lucas Wenig that you need to produce something special to keep yourself in this contest. And he's not going to do that.
Single 20. 77 score.
He was just checking because it was so close to that treble 20 bed. He thought he might have had a
97.
chance. But Cam Crabtree to get the job done and seal his spot in the last 32. Double
Game shot
16
and the
is
match.
pinned. It was a superb performance from Cam Crabtree. 2 15 dart legs, a couple of 14s as well. And produce some of his best stuff once that tournament is out of the way.
139. Perfect setup, meaning that Hall will have to take out this big shot, 19s, and having found it, well, he could go for a couple of double 18s. That was the intention, but couldn't quite pull it off.
93.
So Price to double his advantage.
Game shot.
And when tops is working for him, it usually spells danger for his opponent.
5 sublime legs. But there are 3 players through to the last 16 already. Scott Williams, one of them, the world semi-finalist.
180.
As Hall gets in on the act once again here. He's seen off Ian White 6-2. Just confirmation the match that Abigail mentioned. Sparring against Aspinall has finished 6-2 to Jeffrey. And Niels Zonneveld with a standout display, 104.64 the average in a 6-1 win against Jan van Veen. In fact, I can now add Stephen Burton to that list. He's just
44.
completed a 6-0 win against Cam Crabtree. As Price takes aim a double 10.
Game shot.
And finds it for a 4-1 lead in this one.
Suffering that horrific injury. Well, he averaged in excess of a ton in his opening match, and he's averaged below 80 in his second. So I'm not sure we've learned much at all there, really, aside from, okay, maybe the game is still there, but can he do it consistently?
Yeah, and also we're sort
55.
of naturally going to apply that narrative, but I was waxing lyrical about Mensa Suljovic moments ago, and he's now 4-0 down to James Wage, averaging 77.
Yeah, how much of it is just darts being darts?
140.
Price is going to put himself on the precipice of victory here. Hall may have to take out
133.
a 3-figure finish to stop him.
Yes.
Can understand his decision to stay there. It looked like an inviting guide.
94.
So to wrap it up, one more dart. He won't like where that first
20.
dart in the 20 bed landed, will he? And that's just hampered him slightly there. He had been so clinical on that target, but just not the single he would have wanted. Will Graham Hall make him punish again? One more in hand to do so.
Game
And
shot.
he does. He extends this contest. And he's always the type of player, we saw it at the back end of 2023, where the final 2 Players' Championship events of the year. He played in
105.
Players' Championship 29, won it, elected not to play in 30, so that he knew that the final event that he played in is one that he won. He's about to take a couple of weeks off from this game to go on holiday, have some time with his family.
140.
He'll want to sign off in the same manner, knowing that nobody is able to beat him at the moment, knowing that he's the best player.
80.
It was slightly unlucky there, although the dart didn't come out of the 20, so he wouldn't have had a go at double top anyway. He may still get a go. Did come here to Hildesheim last summer and won back-to-back days, Gerwin Price. Double 16 for Hall to keep annoying him.
36.
So tops, a target that he's been so good on for the majority of this match.
Game shot.
And that's the
match.
double he pins
Gerwin
to
Price.
get the job done. I don't think he's overly thrilled there, is he? But it is an average in excess of 101.
The machine can do. Heta has 2 goes at 127. Think he's found the treble.
95.
He had.
Yeah, they're both looking really comfortable, as you mentioned, on their own throw at the moment.
100. Game shot.
Yeah, nice and easy, a lovely 13 dart. Straight out of the Mervyn King playbook, that one. It just makes your opponent so concerned
Yeah.
for you that they just forget about their own
120.
Yeah.
game.
They walk out to get you some medical assistance. Oh, I think they've just forfeited the match.
Well, Wade needs this leg. And he gets it to tie it up at 4-all. The trend continues in a really good game of darts.
Yeah, an impressive recovery actually after that opening visit of the leg.
Still waiting for a player to make their move in this match.
140.
Just put in a big one against the darts. Or someone to slip up on throw. We saw Heta had the opportunity to break Wade earlier, but he missed 3 darts at double to do so. As close as anybody's got.
96.
But this could be an opening.
And James Wade senses that it is a glorious opportunity.
138.
It's like he times it perfectly, isn't it? But will he get a look at tops?
77.
Yes, he will.
Well, he's now presented with exactly the same scenario as Heta was previously in the match. Heta missed. James Wade hits, and he does it on double 10, last dart in hand. James Wade doing what James Wade does. Screen is your friend.
He's not going to get a dart at the bull to seal it in style on this occasion. But he's left it handy if Heta can't take care of this 1-3-4.
Well, he's left a double. But it's a very unconventional one. And he hasn't gone for it. You can understand it, 6 for double 10. That's where he likes to be. And where he is, he's now in the quarterfinals of this tournament. He made his move, pounced on the mistake from Heta in the penultimate leg to get the only break of the contest, and then close the job. James Wade through to the quarterfinals. We will be having a little bit of a break here, but do keep checking the stream, and we'll be back with all of those matches live for you across our 4 streams here on PDC TV.
$96. $45.
Double 10.
80.
Well, it was a good attempt. Just a little off it, Razma, so far in this
81.
game.
Game shot.
Dirk, once again. Are we starting to see today a return
41.
to those levels? And when he was at those levels, he was hitting more 180s than anybody. It really is railroading Razma here.
$171.
And don't forget that he won his last match 6-0, Dirk van Duijvenbode. He carries on, winning leg after leg. He's now won 10 legs on the spin.
$139.
Tops.
58.
Well, it may not be a second straight whitewash. Razma looking at double 14 to finally get a foothold in this match.
Game shot.
And that gnarled point penetrates that double. Kevin Dukes has put on a spurt against Raymond van Barneveld. 3-1 up now as Dirk is here.
140.
His name.
79. 84. 98.
16.
Game shot.
4-1. Nicely done. Lovely 103 for DVD. Ejected from this tournament in 6 starts time, maybe even 3 from Dirk van Duijvenbode. Who knows if he can conjure up some magic.
180.
Well, that can't be described as too little, but it may well be too late.
$55. 100.
So 1-1-2 to win it. Oh, great guide. Oh, can't believe it.
74.
Well, he could see something that I couldn't, that we couldn't. Often see players sort of block that target below and not make that switch and criticise them for it. I thought it was begging to be hit that, but it must have been leaning over the target for him to do that. Double 12 is the target for Razma here. Yeah, you better get out of the way. Razma's in reverse, Dirk.
85.
But he won't be motoring forward. Now he's got a choice here. Does he split or simply hit?
Game shot.
The latter is the answer. And Dirk van Duijvenbode made light work of Madas Razma in that one. A 6-1 success to follow up a 6-0 success in his last 16 game. He really is on the march. But the first max goes the way of Gurney,
58.
who had incidentally been beaten by Anderson earlier that day. I'm just getting
93.
word from over on the other stream board that Dirk van Duijvenbode has given the bull to Alan Soutar. A remarkable turn of events there. I don't think I've ever seen that on the stream
58.
in 8 years of covering Players' Championship darts. The bull here for Gurney, and he finds it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, he didn't need to be given the bullseye. He just broke in the opening leg of the match.
57. 177.
Well, it's a 180 and a 177. It could be a 10-dart leg if Daryl Gurney decides to go for the bullseye, which he hit, of course, to win the opening leg.
100.
Decides against it, double 16 instead.
34.
Has been staying away from that target. Now, he's had such a penchant today for double 18. He could have chosen to leave that.
65.
Always was a double 16, man. It's what won him the World Grand Prix. The double 18 has been the double of the day for Daryl. And maybe he's going to start to regret not choosing to leave it. Where's he going now? Any further, and you need the wall taking down. Going to the other side now. Is there a way?
Game shot.
What a dart that is. Absolutely sublime from Daryl Gurney, who found a way. And Rema van Barneveld can't believe he's been broken twice. Hasn't really made the most of that.
$134.
And just a reminder that Duijvenbode gave Alan Soutar the bull in that match. Seems like he gave up the rest of the match as well. 7-0 defeat for the Dutchman.
79.
Well, that's careless from Barney. Intended to hit the single 17, dropped into the double. So he's going to have to waste a dart to leave a double here.
59.
Plenty of odd numbers all next to each other. Chooses 7 for double 8.
Game shot.
Which he finds to keep his hopes alive. Raymond van Barneveld gets to leg 2. Daryl Gurney still in need of 2. He's taking the fight to Gurney, who's not on a finish. So this would be a Barney break.
76. $137. Game shot.
Game on this. Barney breaks. He's now only 2 legs behind. Now it is your go.
50. $18.
Well, this is a bonus chance for Daryl Gurney. A free hit. 1-4-2. To do it in style. Not to be, but Van Barneveld's left probably the most awkward double that he could have left.
64.
Does he even go straight for it? Double 3. And now he's got to be careful not to block double 1. He likes it,
No score.
but he can't find it, and he might find himself out of the tournament. Gurney's moment has arrived. Does he throw the flatty? Decided against it, but he's got enough room.
38.
Tension towards the end of this one. Oh,
No
but
score.
Raymond van Barneveld, wow. High, wide, and not handsome at all. Gurney will return with a clear sight at tops this time. So double top the target.
Game shot.
To reach his first final in the best part of 5 long years. Daryl Gurney is there. He defeats Raymond van Barneveld 7-4. Flew out of the traps, did Daryl Gurney, but then had to work hard to keep Barneveld at bay. Did so in the end, a 7-4 success, and he's through to take on Alan Soutar, who has never before been in a PDC final.
Hits the bull, walks back, and Dirk van Duijvenbode goes for a treble 20. He basically submitted the bullseye, and after that,
165.
Alan Soutar was having nothing else apart from a sizable win. He was off the planet. This is double 18.
38.
And it might be another brilliant leg from Soutar now that he's seen his opponent miss that dart at a double. Double 10. Doesn't get
30.
the kiss that he wanted. And Gurney skirts one.
Frustration for the firefighter. Can Gurney find the same double that Soutar found in the opening leg? He has been good on it most of the day.
Game shot.
And he does find it, and we get a bit of a bellow there from Daryl Gurney. Both players are going to showcase that machismo in this match. Enjoyed by far fewer than people think.
Daryl Gurney's only got 2 of these. And like you mentioned, his last one was 5 years ago.
138.
Well, Soutar best placed to get the lead here.
Considering the fact that both players like to leave double 18, surely he should go
113.
36-36 here then. And I mean treble 12, double 18. But he doesn't.
Game shot.
However, 72 that way will do very nicely to take the lead once again. Now where does he go? I'm not a fan of that route on that shot.
56.
Because if you get the 60, and then you split sixes, you leave double 3. Doesn't make any
90.
difference now because he's on double 18.
Yeah, we said we'll see it a lot. We've seen it just about every leg.
Game
And it's in.
shot.
Gurney ties it up at 2 apiece. Remember, a race to 8 in the final.
So how many legs have been won on double 18 so far? Is that 3 of the 4? Can he find it a 4th time to draw level at 3-3? He can get past that. But not on this occasion. So if Soutar gets a treble 20, does he go 5 double 18?
42.
Why not?
Well, we'll get the chance to find out. It's exactly what he does.
83.
Gurney was nodding as if he knew it was going in. He'll be surprised, but he'll also be grateful.
It's not a gimme though. Double 10. Another change of game plan here because in previous times it would have been 32 left for him.
Yeah, I also think he just lost grip of the dart. I think the stem came a little loose there, which is why he delayed
Game
the throw
shot.
rather than as any sort of tactic.
You can imagine the yelp if this goes in. That's not going to happen. Soutar wants 2 darts at double 8.
Correct.
But if he gets a single 20, he'll want 1 dart at double 18.
125.
Which is it? Well, he's decided he doesn't want the danger, but in trying to avoid something going wrong up top, it's gone wrong down south.
He's caught in 2 minds. I think he just needed to take a few extra seconds there and recompose.
36.
He did the right thing, he just didn't execute it.
And Daryl Gurney now knows this is a huge opportunity, a gift of a chance to put some daylight between the pair.
Game shot.
His old friend, the one that he doesn't leave as much anymore. And he's now 5-3 up.
Well, Soutar in position to strike back.
100.
He'll get 6 darts at 134.
$94.
That's a nice layup. Gurney wants to leave the same number, but he's not going to. That dart is starting to creep into this final, that low drag to the left.
15.
Maybe an important leg this for Soutar, having lost the last 3 of the final.
Game shot.
Ends that run. Closes the gap once again.
You don't know how you're going to play in a final until you're in one. It can do funny things to you. Brieti, the cat. Well, Gurney has an option here, but he's going to go for the risky 48.
56.
That is a 50-50, that one, because the 60's blocked. Some people would go for the single 20 there to leave the 20 in tops. But Gurney fancied getting the 48 to leave 32, and he didn't get it.
100.
So does he pay the price for the fact that he might only get 1 dart at a double now?
Yeah, he's not really any better off than his opponent is now. This is how he used to do it.
48.
He can't do it now.
It's there for tops.
Game shot.
Maybe the best dart of the final so far, timing-wise anyway, because we are now level at 5-all. It's essentially one set to see who wins today.
And Soutar has got
Finals where both players average over 100.
39.
And we love them. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes to see a final like this, it's quite refreshing. Because you're seeing two people going for a title that they dearly, dearly want. And it could change their careers.
134.
We've seen winners this year. It's just another notch on their legacy. This is not one of those finals. These are career-changing minutes.
It's not awful stuff by any stretch of the imagination.
140.
Gurney had a little bad run there, but he puts it right at the 140. But Alan Soutar's averaging mid-90s here.
$48. $58.
Darrell's just losing his rhythm here a little bit. I think he might be searching for a bit of comfort in the rhythm, and it's just not there.
100.
This would change things.
Yeah, huge, huge ask for Darrell Gurney. In a final where this kind of thing hasn't really been threatened and won't be here.
That's half of it.
80.
How big is this? Double top. Is he
Game
the
shot.
favourite once again? Gurney being trebleless predominantly at the start of that leg offered Soutar a chance. He took.
Well, this changes own a little bit.
Their first darts are letting them down now. They're not finding the trouble.
94.
But Gurney's got a bigger issue here. All of a sudden, a score of 100 is good for him. He is surrounding these
58.
trebles with his darts. He's not finding them.
Well, it's a different order, but it's exactly the same as the previous leg. 3 trebleless visits and a
60.
140. Allowing Soutar a free hit.
And he's moseying on, leaving a 2-darter after
100.
15, which is the kind of level we're seeing in this match. Is there another twist? Is it the lead for the Scot?
Game shot.
Double top's not letting him down. He's 501 points away from a first title.
Well, no danger of him throwing the towel in here, Alan Soutar.
12 months on, I felt more equipped when I was in my next final. He's not going to leave a finish, is he?
180.
Well, it is now a chance to win the tournament with the biggest finish of the match.
128.
The 180 to leave the 160. Not taking it is Darrell, taking
60.
it to a decider.
Double 8 has been kind to him.
Game
And it
shot.
is again. We go the distance. What little slice of history is going to be made in the next 2 or 3 minutes? Whose story is going to have a trophy next to it?
For Alan Soutar, it would be the first. And
180.
what a first visit in the decider. For Darrell Gurney, it would be the return to the winner's circle after 5 long years outside it.
100.
That is the start of dreams, isn't it? You've got the darts, you start with a max, and you're not done yet. My word!
180.
Where has this come from? This is Herculean stuff from Suits. And there's only one thing left to
60.
do.
Well, he's a fireman away from the hockey. He might have to put himself out in a minute. We're not quite going to see the inferno of excellence
90.
that would have been a 9-dart finish to win his first title, but we are going to see him get darts for that title.
Surely it's going to be 15 double 18.
95.
But what a story this is about to be for Alan Soutar. Can he cross the line?
Game shot and the match.
Super
Players
Soutar
Championship 11 winner,
succeeds.
Alan Soutar.
A first PDC title for the Scotsman. What a moment for him. Arms aloft. Daryl Gurney exits quickly after reaching his first final in 5 years. Credit to him. But it is the Scotsman, Suits, who takes the glory. A fantastic moment. And we are going to hear from him. An emotional Alan Soutar, I'm sure, who defeats Daryl Gurney in a decider to take his first PDC title.